Good morning. Today is Thursday, October 21st, and welcome to Channel 74. I'm Lucy Abate.
And I'm Jamie Davison. Unfortunately, we don't have an update yet on our channel status with YouTube. But we do have an exciting story for you.
That's right, Jamie. Today is the first Channel 74 Alumni Feature Report. We are featuring Jocelyn Howard from the Sashes class of 2014.
After graduation, Jocelyn majored in broadcast journalism at the University of Florida, and she's worked at TV stations in Gainesville and Jacksonville, Florida. Jocelyn is now a reporter for WGAL TV, Channel 8 in Lancaster. Here's a few video clips of Jocelyn doing her job.
Today, that double red flag is up saying no swimming at all. Even if you're a good swimmer, don't go out there. Well, some people go and get a massage when they're stressed. Some people go take a walk on the beach. But some people are so done with the holidays that they just need to smash something. Keep track of those wind speeds. That will determine if these bridges will close or not. What are their connections with the mayor's office, their qualifications, experience? Here's a breakdown of what we know so far. It was just under these stairs where he was trapped behind this wall, deprived of food, water, and sunlight, all while the investigators looking for him were just feet away. President Trump took to social media demanding $2,000 stimulus payments instead of $600. Dr. Alloway tells me that's completely fine. There is nothing wrong with that. If that's what gives you peace of mind, then do it. It's better to take care of your mental health than to have these worries consume you. This morning, we're learning more about her recovery, and Tammy may look familiar. The attack happened one day after we featured Tammy in an On Your Side.
Jocelyn stopped by Sashes on Monday, and our oldest, I do mean oldest, reporter spoke with her. Check it out.
Hey, thanks, Lucy. We're here today with alumni from 2014, Jocelyn Howard. Channel 74 is going to try to do an alumni feature from time to time where we go out and we try to talk to people who have walked the hallways at Sashes and catch up with them in the real world. Welcome, Jocelyn.
Thank you.
Now, Jocelyn is a reporter at WGAL Channel 8 in Lancaster. Jocelyn, when can folks catch you on the news?
Okay, so I am on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday reporting in Harrisburg usually, and then Saturday, Sunday in the mornings, so that's 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. Anchoring.
Can you give the students a little bit of background of what you did after Sashes? I know you went to the University of Florida, and how did that take you to where you are now?
Wow, well, I love the University of Florida, ended up going into broadcasting there. I wasn't sure, I thought I was going to do broadcasting, and then whenever I got there, it completely solidified it, and I loved it. So I ended up doing that, and then I just loved the town that I was in, too. It was Gainesville, Florida, and so I stayed there for my first market, had a 2-year contract there, and then moved on to Jacksonville for 2 more years. And then was trying to figure out moving from Jacksonville after my 2-year contract if I wanted to do trying to jump a big market, going to Pittsburgh or Philly or DC, and then ended up just kind of being I think it's time to come home. And so I got offered a anchor position here, and so I said I think I'll take it and come on back to family.
Well, it's great to be able to turn on Channel 8. And by the way, Xfinity, Comcast, Channel 8, WGAL is where you can find Jocelyn. It's great to turn the TV and see you there. What's been the best part about being home and doing local news stories?
I'm still waiting to do a story in Shippensburg. When that happens, I'll be very excited about it. But it is cool to be in the areas that I grew up in. I mean, since I've been in broadcasting, even whenever I was at school and starting to do little beginner stories, I never reported on towns that I actually knew. I got to know them, but I didn't know them from the beginning. So now that I'm going through Harrisburg and Lancaster and Carlisle, I've done just a few stories in the area, still waiting to come to Shippensburg. I've loved it. It's just really cool. And also what I love is, and you guys can keep this in mind, having people give me stories, people that I know who, I never really talked to about broadcasting. I have friends now coming to me saying, hey, I think I have a story for you. Makes my job easier for pitching, too.
Yeah, and I just gave you a story today about possibly covering our Veterans Day activities that are going on for WGAL. One thing I talk to students all the time is that there's no 13th grade. You are going to get out of here someday. So what advice would you give to kids to having a plan for when that time comes that they're no longer a Sashes student, they're an alumni like you?
That's a good question. So have a plan, but it's okay to go outside the lines of that plan. So I knew I wanted to go into broadcasting, I thought, but I had an open mind to writing and what kind of broadcasting, because originally I actually thought I wanted to get into sports. I actually minored in sports management. So I majored in broadcasting, minored in sports management, and actually really wanted to go check out ESPN and things like that, SEC Network. It's a very competitive market, and I enjoyed it. I did, but then while I was there, I had an open mind to also in my news classes, and I did really enjoy it. So I thought, just let's try out news. And you could always go try and be back into sports, but have an idea of what you want to do, but be prepared and okay with being very fluid about it.
Okay, that's a great answer and good advice, kids. Jocelyn, we have something a little special here. This is walking down memory lane a little bit. Jocelyn was a member of our journalism class when they did the first ever Maroon and Gray Today newspaper. This is from September, October 2012.
Looks a little different.
It was the debut of the Maroon and Gray Today. And do you remember what article you wrote for our first newspaper?
Kind of scared to know, to be completely honest.
Well, Mrs. Topper will appreciate this, and so will Jaden Statham. You wrote about the Maroon Platoon, and the title of your article was "School Spirit is at an All-Time High." So I'd like to present you with that paper to take home as a souvenir for visiting us today at Sasha's.
Very nice. And what I love is that there's multiple people on here, so if there's some screw-ups in there, I'm not completely...
You can just blame it on them.
I'm not at fault. That's right. I'm not at fault for it.
Jocelyn, thank you for your time today. I appreciate it.
It was a pleasure.
And back to you guys.
Not bad, Mr. Peters, not bad. And thanks, Jocelyn, for visiting with our class on Monday. Stay tuned for more alumni feature reports in the future.
And to finish up today, and just a few more announcements. Attention sophomores, R&K suborders and money are due Monday to Miss Yanish, Miss Brandt, or Principal Mr. Miller. Sophomores, these sales help fund prom and your senior trip. Broadway Club, reminder to pick up your Italian taxi orders in the library at the end of 4th block today.
Broadway Club meets today in the auditorium, and Key Club meets today in the cafeteria. Juniors interested in helping to plan prom. Meeting is tomorrow during Flex in room 7. Students for Life will meet each Flex 3B in room 37 across from the library. If you'd like to be part of the pro-life generation, come join us. The Maroon Platoon annual paint war is tomorrow at 5:45 on the front lawn prior to the football game. And attention athletes trying out for a winter sport. Deadline to register for a winter sport is November 12th.
That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and as always,
stay classy, Shippensburg!